minutes. Okay, I'm back. Gonna do one more paladin quest, and then I swear we're done. Because I love the little stingers. The little level 80 stingers. Um, I want some... Like, they better give us one for Dawntrail. I want to see my bard friends again. Really, that's the most important one. Yeah, but, like, I wanted to check in with them after Endwalker, because the world almost ended. I want to see what my friends were doing and what they thought about it. You know? Anyway. Oh, if it isn't Evan. How fare you, my friend? Still keeping up your training, I trust? The Sultansworn have not been idle either. Seeking ways to better serve our nation, we've joined hands with the Gladiators Guild. We train with one another, helping to hone each other's sword arms. The guild even dispatches its members to assist us in guarding the palace. None of this would have been possible without First Sword Milla's cooperation. She's a dedicated woman, dedicated to her art and to her own, and I have utmost respect and admiration for her. So it was with deep concern that I noticed something that troubles her of late. Whereas before she was amiable, she's become given to brooding silences. I considered offering to lend an ear, but as a relatively new acquaintance, I did not wish to appear overly familiar. But you, Evan, you're her close friend. Will you not seek her out and inquire after the source of her consternation? But yeah, I got very attached to my friends in the Bard quest. Jehentel and Sanson and what is it, Gaidalo. They're dumb and I love them. And I want to see more of them. Oh, it's you, Evan. It's been a while. What brings you here today? I'm gonna call him out. Genlins is worried about you. He is? Gods, was I being that obvious? Forgive me. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. It's kind of Genlins to worry about me. You see, it's Aldous. He's returned to Ul'dah. He's been pardoned, so he has every right to be here. But I just don't understand what's going through his mind. Oh, if it isn't the very man I've been longing to see. I love that he's always had this weird weeb vibe. Greetings, Evan. You look well for someone who's been raising hells the world over. I was in another world, actually. I see my entire intrigues you. When I took my leave after the old cup, I believe I said something to the effect of still having much to learn. That's what I've been doing, learning. I remembered the elderly samurai who was making short work of our gladiators, and so I decided to journey to the Far East and train in his style. You never cared for convention or tradition. Is it any wonder we're confused so you actually look the part? I suppose you're right, but you have to admit, Milla, I look pretty good in this. They're so stupid, I love them. So, Evan, how about you and I have a bout? For old time's sake. Gladly. We're of a kind, you and I. When we see a mighty foe, we can't resist the urge to test ourselves. I just got back from killing 2 Asians. Now, as much as I fancy a rematch in the Colosseum, we'll have to settle for a humbler venue this time. Let's see. How about Scorpion Crossing, outside the gate of the Sultana? There's a space there, not a lot of people to watch, or if not a lot of people to watch our glorious match. Oh, don't you even think about fighting in the city. If you must feed your vanity, I'll attend as witness. At the very least, I can explain the situation to the Brass Blades should they appear. Thanks, I appreciate it. And there you have it, Evan. I'll see you at Scorpion Crossing. I think I can just do... I could have actually flown here, or something, but you know, whatever. It's fine. I've been looking forward to this. Come, my friend, let's begin. I'm totally taking this seriously. You can tell by my fishnets. Impossible. Look at me just standing there. How? How did you become so strong? My options are, I found something worth protecting, or I found something I couldn't bear to lose. We'll go with protecting. You journeyed to another world and found something you wish to protect? The no pants really makes the aura. Aldous, what's the meaning of this? There's no point. As I am, I don't stand a chance against Evan. You would admit defeat before you've even fought? It's unseemly, but because of my training I've come to know, Milla. Come to know the power of resolve and the difference it makes. Forgive me, I need a moment alone. I'm sorry. I fight gods, like, for a living. This isn't the Aldous I know. He's never once backed down from a fight. I don't doubt that you've grown stronger since last we met. But so has Aldous. That's why he challenged you to put his training to the proof. Yet by that self-same training he could see he was no match for you. I don't know what to say. Well, there's no use pondering things here. Let's return to the guild. Yes. No. Aldous hasn't returned. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left Ul'dah again. It wouldn't be the first time he's disappeared as quickly as he arrived. Don't blame yourself. The problem is Aldous' and Aldous' alone. It's up to him to resolve it, however long that may take. At any rate, don't feel compelled to linger on his account. I'm sure you have much demands on your time. Come and visit again when you have the chance. Sorry for taking off like that. Truth be told, I'm ashamed to show my face, but there's something I needed to tell you. After I left, I thought long and hard on your words, on that which you said made you strong. It led me to ask myself, what is it that I wish to protect? And you found your answer? They're so stupid, I love them. Aye, I did. Fool that I am, it took me a long time, but I finally realized that it was always close by. Aldous. Milla, this is embarrassing for me to say, but that which is dearest to me, that I cannot bear to lose, is the Gladiators Guild. Sorry. What? The old guildmaster, he was a father to me, and this place is as a home. No matter where my path may lead, the guild will always welcome me with open arms. I realize that now. Aldous, you... So if I'm to protect the guild, it means, well, you know, it means I have to be at the guild. So from today, I'm giving up the itinerant life. After all these years coming and going as you please, sending nary a word, and you think you could just stay here? You've got a lot of nerve. Why, Milla, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were worried about me. Shut your mouth. If you wish to stay, then do as you like. That's what you're good at. There's the grimace I know and love. There's truly no place like home. I love them. They're so stupid. But jests aside, Evan, because of you, I finally realized what's important to me. For that I give you my thanks. From here on, I'll watch over the guild while continue honing my skills. Who knows, if I work hard, I might even become the first sword one day. Not on your life. No one would entrust a guild to a selfish bastard such as you. And skills or no, you're starting from the bottom like the rest. Whatever you say. It was good seeing you, my friend. Do come and visit again. From now on, you know where to find me. I love them. They're so dumb. So yes, that is the infamously terrible Paladin questline. Like, it's... I have not done all of them. I acknowledge that. I've done very few of them. But when people say that's the worst in the game, having done that one only, I could definitely agree. Like, that is the worst job questline in the game. It doesn't matter how boring any of the other ones might be. None of them can compare to whatever the fuck that was in Heavensward. I genuinely do wonder if, like, somebody left or was fired or whatever, and somebody else had to take over it because of all of those comments during the last quest about, like, this makes no goddamn sense. I'm not answering your questions. Like, somebody had to finish somebody else's work and nobody knows where it was going. That's the only thing I can think of that explains it. I don't know, though. Now, I said that I was going to do the best questline in the game following that. So, I have to unequip the job stone before... Well, I have to actually go pick it up. So we're going to do the Dark Knight quests. Which are the best ones in the game. I think everybody should play these. I don't think watching me do it will make it so you shouldn't play them, because, like, I want to do them again. Genuinely, I think that this is some of the best content in the game. And it doesn't surprise me at all that the person who wrote the Dark Knight questline went on to be lead writer for Shadowbringers. And then I think Endwalker as well. Not sure, but yeah. No surprises there. But first things first. To Ishgard. We'll get through maybe ARR tonight. I don't know how fast I'll do these, you know? Let's see, where is that one? Alright, to go from the incredibly silly Aldous and Milla to something completely different. After witnessing a spectacle like that, everyday life seems rather dull in comparison. Oh, you didn't see the trial earlier? Your loss. Fury take me, the way that heretic swung that slab of iron he called a sword was a sight to behold. He couldn't have carried a shield if he'd wanted to, the blade was so big. Had to keep two hands on at all times. I was amazed he managed to keep up with that temple knight for as long as he did. Fought like a demon from the deepest pits of the seven hell, bellowing threats and working his arts. I wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but then I heard someone say that he must be a dark knight. But you didn't hear that from me. In fact, I'm sure I don't know anything about it. Ye gods, are you mad? We're standing right outside the bloody tribunal. Fine, but keep quiet and listen well, because I'm only going to say this once. So as I was saying, that heretic was fighting like a man possessed. Even after he took several wounds, he showed no sign of pain, though there was no mistaking the blood. As the fight wore on, it began to soak through his armor, spreading to every ilm of his body. But when it began to rise and envelop him as a mist, I realized it wasn't blood, but something dark and twisted. The righteous are not so easily cowed, Halone be praised. I screamed myself hoarse when that temple knight slipped past his guard and ran him through. Good riddance, I say. Man was not meant to wield such arts. Yet I wonder, was he truly one of those? Well, it matters not. I heard the temple knights talking of dumping his corpse in the broom. By sunrise it'll be stripped bare and tossed over the walls. It'll be as though he never was, and as though we never had this conversation. Actually, I think it's closer the other way. Whatever. So, this is how we start, with a corpse. That's more than far enough for charity. They'll take care of the rest. And mayhaps sooner rather than later. Come on. I dislike that the jobs added in Heaven's Word set you back to 30, but it is what it is. Oh, look! A soul crystal, or whatever you call these things. Is this it? Is this all that awaits? No, no more. Enough. Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? Evan. This corpse is talking to me. And now standing over me and looking at me. All right, Gus, have a good night. I've been waiting for you to open your eyes. You all right? You are moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Yeah. See you later, Gus. Name's Frey, by the way. And no, I'm not a heretic. Try convincing a temple knight drunk on authority that, Shame the Pumpazars got the better of me. But how about you? You touched it, yes? That couldn't have felt good. A voice, huh? And a rather distressed one besides. Please, someone, anyone! Not so fast. We need to talk about what's happening to you, what's growing within you before you get carried away. There's a darkness within us all. Nothing dangerous, mind. In fact, it's quite healthy. But the crystal changes you, gives you the power to channel it. Do it without proper training, however, and, well, it might hurt. So go ahead. Ask me to teach you. Ask me to instruct you in the ways of the Dark Knights, and I will. I didn't realize I was standing that close to him. I know you're still worried about that screaming woman, so I'll keep this brief. We Dark Knights don't care one whit for prestige or pedigree. We're free to follow our hearts, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as we see fit. The law of the land, the authority of a name, these are tools that cowards use to escape harm. We have no need of shields, or figurative or literal. Here, my blade is your blade, my soul crystal, your crystal. Go on, take them. You'll need them soon enough. It's hilarious to me that we were standing that close. Okay, I have to... Oh, for Pete's sake, what do I have? Fuck. What's full? That's full. That's enough. I'll get rid of those later. I really am just going to be putting back on the same The same stuff except for the sword. Okay, but this sword with the Santa Glam is pretty great. Anyway. Well, well, don't you look the part. Ready to harness the darkness within to set the wrong things right. Now bear in mind that while the darkness gives you strength, that strength comes at cost. That is but one sacrifice, though, and justice demands many. Say a man, a venerable, untouchable man, harms a child in unspeakable ways. He strides through the hoplon, secure in the knowledge that he is beyond punishment. But for one who cuts down that vile beast as he flaunts his freedom, who knows how many others will suffer? Such was the dilemma faced by a goodly knight not long ago. He knew that he would be stripped of his titles and denounced for the deed. The threshold we refuse to cross is a line we draw for ourselves. We fear the consequences, and people suffer for our indecision. Everyone who held that crystal came to conquer that fear, and became who they wanted to be. That night was the first. Will you be the next? Think on that while we look into the commotion down below. Whee! I will have to remember how to Dark Knight as we do this. Please, I don't know what to do. It's my granddaughter. I didn't see him standing there, and I know that's no excuse. I should have been more careful. But my granddaughter, she started yelling at the temple knight, and I tried to stop her, I did. But then he said she had to come with him, and if I could just tell him how sorry I am, maybe he would... He'd take you too, is what he'd do. Even if you went and begged the blue bastard to intervene, it'd be too late by then. Ain't the first time they've taken a girl her age. If she doesn't fight back, they might let her go after. No, there has to be another way. Ishgardian justice. They might spare the girl, you know. Leave her with a few scars and a lifelong lesson. Or we could beat every last one of them to within an ilm of their lives and rescue the girl. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I knew you would. Everything is going to be all right, madam. When I'm through with those knights, they will not dare trouble you ever again. Oh, thank you, thank you. Assuming they didn't just drag her into an alley, they've taken her to either the congregation or the tribunal. The Honorable Sir Emmerich wouldn't suffer such reprehensible behavior under his roof. The Inquisition, on the other hand, well, so that leaves the tribunal. If the girl is still alive, I imagine they'll make all manner of threats. Come any closer and she dies, and so forth. If so, we'll need to make something perfectly clear to them. We're not here for her. We're here for you. Once they understand she means nothing to us, they'll attack us or flee. I don't know about you, but I'm eager to find out which. So when I first did these, when I first picked it up, I picked it up and I only got to about level 45 on 2 separate characters, I think. And at about level 50 is where it starts getting really, really good. So for the moment, we're dealing with how much we enjoy violence. Just the one sword between the two of us, I'm afraid. You keep it. I dare say it fits rather snugly in your hands. But don't worry about me. I'll do my part to keep you on your feet. Now, should things turn violent, as I expect they shall, you may need to tap into your dark side to survive. It's not unlike drawing upon your own ether to weave magic. Fear, pain, rage, that which lies in the deepest depths of our soul makes for a potent fuel. But be warned, burn too much too quickly and you risk being consumed. Don't worry, Evan. The first step over the threshold is always the hardest. Yes, I should have known you'd do that. Right, let's find the girl. tend to put things in the same places, so I should be able to remember how to do this. At least on all of my tanks, things tend to be in the same places.